Okay, in today's video I'm going to update my work in Boeing, and we'll start with the daily chart. And before we look at anything current, let's actually look at the last timing histogram, which showed up as March 3rd, March 4th for a possible high, and we were projecting for a possible high because we ran the histogram from this last low. And that's what ended up happening, you know, without knowing about what was going on. And then what we did was we projected from this most recent high now for when the next possible low might hit. So we have the histogram giving us, you know, the next couple of trading days, you have a couple of standouts as far as timing for a possible low to develop. And we also have you know, the outright cycles, the 13th through the 15th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles there. One of the things that looks a little bit interesting to me is that we have a prior high to low swing over here that was, actually, let me make it show up correctly here. So we want to click on this prior high to low swing. This was 8 trading days, and then you try this prior high to low swing, and that's also 8 trading days. So we are equal in time to one of the prior declines, so I like to see that also. Now, as far as price is concerned, we had some symmetry support that was initially tested and held, and you did see a nice bounce, but it was into resistance, which I'll show you on the next chart. And now we've retested this support. Now we've taken it out by just a teeny bit because 364.78 is the area, 363.33 is the actual low. You know what? That's close enough. Okay, it doesn't have to be a perfect hit. The only other area I had that stood out below was 344 to 351. So now let's look at the lower time frame chart, and you'll see what we did look at, and you'll see what we're looking at next. So when we started to bounce off of the symmetry on the first shot, we started running the symmetry resistance, the other retracements of the prior swings, and all that good stuff. We had 2 zones to watch for possible failure. We ended up failing just slightly below the first area at the 403, 405 area, right? Now typically we'd be looking for a full extension off of that swing, which was the 355 area. But we also noted that we were retesting the key daily support decision, so we might not get to this target. Okay, did it give you a nice healthy decline from resistance? Yes, but it didn't quite make a full target. What's our next decision? Okay, yeah, that was down $39.34 from there. So the next decision, with the fact that I have timing and we're retesting a key daily support decision, is if we now continue to hold above, let's say, this low, and we take out the symmetry resistance at the 370 area and this prior swing high, you actually have reason to look for it to trade higher. Okay, and at that point, you know, we could look at the buy side or some, you know, a bullish option strategy, whatever. At that point, your risk can be defined just underneath that area. I'm not going to tell you that I know that this decline is over, because I have no idea. But I will tell you that I have definition of risk if we see a signal like this, like if we take out this prior swing high, that tells us that it's okay to, you know, look for, you know, at least a bit more of a corrective rally. And, you know, who knows? Maybe all the bad news is in it, and maybe we do, you know, start to see a rally in this name again. But bottom line, just know what your parameters are, know what your risk is, and have stops in place just in case it doesn't work.